Night at the Gates of Hell is a very weird game in more than just one way. I got this game back when I saw the streamer 39dev play it.
That's right, just a normal kid.
I think that's a fully grown.
I don't know, I just saw a little bit of gameplay and decided I wanna play the game. And now, 2 years later, I am actually playing the game. Don't judge me! I bet your backlog is also full of games you want to play. Anyway, on to the game. The game starts with an eerie comment about the first gate and that it has been opened. At first, obviously, we can't really know what they mean other than it has to be something bad. The game starts with an introduction, and we, and by extension, I mean our character, starts here in these woods, I think, and we immediately getting jump scared by this girl right here. Really funny, and our dear Protag has the best comeback ever.
After all, how can you expect a man such as myself to be afraid of someone like you?
This game also doesn't shy away from nudity or sexual jokes. You will see what I mean with that. Anyway, without protection, no action. So off we go, getting a condom. Only to find out that no zombies are walking on our Earth. Well, I am so sorry you guys had to see this, but this girl just lost her breast to that zombie. Yeah. We then walk around a bit, we flee from the zombies, get into a church, do some confessing, and when we thought we got away, we just got jumpscared by a zombie nun. Yeah. But after everything that happened, now we start with our real protagonist. And we start in our apartment. And can I ask the first real question here? Why are we keeping the corpse of our dead wife here? There are maggots everywhere! Well, at least in her face. Anyway, our mission here is to get out of here. For that we have to repair the elevator. The only way to do that is to activate the power for the elevator and later on find schematics for it. Because of course it can't be that simple. And we need to find a weapon to protect ourselves. After finding the key to disable the electricity, so we can enter the only room with a weapon, totally ignoring that we saw a giant sledgehammer that we could use for a weapon. No. We suddenly see me when I'm trying to find out what joke I can squeeze into this video. Anyway, moving on. We find the weapon, but the whole building seems to be falling apart, so we can't get easily to the elevator. Now we get to the real gameplay. What now happens is the typical find the key, find the corresponding door, sometimes get jump scared. But I make it sound like it's a bad thing, but it's really not. It's in and far between so that it doesn't get annoying. Yeah, some jump scares are predictable, but there are some that I really didn't expect. Like, take this one for example. After exploring for a while and getting chased by zombies around, we eventually come across the room where the guy from 705 did some messed up stuff, because of course he did. It's not a horror game without some crazy lunatic that likes killing people for fun. We even find out that the landlady knew about this special place. Well, her lover boy got turned to a zombie and she got killed by this cult. Yeah. From here on out, it wasn't really hard to get the schematics, and with them, we are out of here. Wait, are you serious? You want to take your wife with you? That is one with the maggots? What could possibly go wrong? Well, that was totally unexpected. And we survived. Now we move to the town. Obviously the town is overrun with zombies, I don't have to tell you that, but the chat that we are. We save a group of survivors, and here we meet, well, let's say some questionable people. Besides Stan. He is the fucking GOAT, and you will see why, so keep watching. And here's a kid that, well, says some questionable things. I don't know if those are meant to be funny, but it kinda just weirded me out. Anyway, our mission here is to get 3 things: a fuse, gasoline, and an engine hose. Hose? Yeah, I hope I pronounced that right. So with this information, we go alone. And I got told that when I go out, that to my left is a shotgun. So what is the most reasonable thing I could do? Go right! Anyway, the 3 items are hidden in 3 areas. The fuse is in a hospital, the engine hose is in a barn, and the gasoline is in a garage. Getting to the garage is pretty straightforward. We get jump scared. Then we wake up in someone's home, and I get hit with the most unholy jump scare. And you can literally see in my mouse movement that my soul left my body for 1 second there. After all of that, you basically just go to the garage, snatch the gasoline, and you just run to the next area. There's really not much to show here, other than maybe this scary woman that holds a cross in my direction. So, when you get to the barn to get the next item, you know what I find is a really scary enemy in Dead Space? You know these little heads that walk around on the ground and will inject themselves into other people? Yeah? When I see them in this game, yep, I hate this. So I killed them, took the engine hose from the barn, and went to get the last item. But this was still nice. Seeing them experimenting around with enemies like that, I can really appreciate that. So, but sadly that was basically it for the barn. I can't really show anything more. Like, there was a zombie patrolling out there, but he was not a problem. So yeah, on to the next area. Now, let's get the fuse from the hospital. When I first got there, I got greeted by an extremely quick but also really ear-destroying scream. But all in all, the hospital is my personal favorite area from all 3 where you get an item. You have to find a code here to get into the room with the fuse, so you have to look around and obviously don't get killed. And hey! Here are the zombie enemies that you see in the loading screen. That's pretty cool. So after we found the 2 pieces that we need for the code, we can finally enter the room with the fuse, and I know exactly what's going to happen here in the moment I pick up this fuse. And what I thought would happen came to be reality. To be frank, I also expected him to chase me, but that didn't happen. Instead a cutscene plays, and now some zombie dogs chase me, which explode when killed. So this was basically it for the town. It was good. I personally still prefer the first level of the apartments. It gave a bigger claustrophobic feeling. The jump scares were mostly better and made more sense in the city. Some jump scares were just random. Like, they were just there for the sake of making a cheap jump scare. That's it. But like I said, the town is still a great area. You meet a lot of new zombie enemies here, like types of zombies, which is really neat. But we now have everything, and it's time to move on to the next level.
Have this boat up and running in 2 shakes of a mermaid's tits.
So now we are in the middle of the ocean. Yep, this is the next level. And oh no, the so-called captain is not a real captain, but only a cabin boy. So basically we are lost in the middle of the ocean. Yeah, I don't see how that could be a problem. But besides that, this is the next time we get an weird joke about the boy being breastfed. After we talked a little bit with everyone, we suddenly get attacked by a zombie shark. And we have a little battle. Nothing too crazy. The battle itself is not really hard. You just have to look where the shark is basically rushing towards the ship, and just have to shoot him enough times and you win. But the shark doesn't want to die, so our goat, the hero Stan, fights the shark himself. My friend, I will never forget you. The rest of us escape on the little boat to an island, which is the next level. The island is actually pretty short. When we get here, the first thing we do is to abandon these losers, basically. See ya! We find the graveyard, because of course we do. It's a horror game. In this random island, there has to be a graveyard. Essentially, nothing noteworthy happens on this island besides two things. First, if you're a nerd like me, you will notice that the sphere hunter has an appearance here.
Hello? Is anyone out there? Oh my god, I thought I was alone here. Look, I don't have a lot of time left. I'll explain all this later.
Said we can save her and she turned into a zombie before we can help her. And lastly, at the end of the island, we get punched really hard and get abducted. Yep, that was the island. That were the two key moments here. So now we are going to the end game, basically. So now we are at the end game. Our mission here is to save our friends and this naked guy. I swear, what is it with this game and all those sexual jokes? And now there's a naked guy here? For some reason, by the way, our cell is the only one that seems to be broken, so we can literally kick open the door. These guys are really smart. So, to get all these peoples out of their cells, we have to find the keys to their cells. And for that, we have to be sneaky. Well, I wasn't really good in this, but these guys are just really bad with weapons. I didn't get hit once. How can you be that bad with a weapon? I literally stood still at some points and they didn't hit me. Well, after looking for a long while and killing lots of zombies and cult members, I found the keys to save my comrades and the naked guy. This is honestly really fun, and I think the game should have focused more on the aspect of sneaking. This could have been easily my favorite part of the game if they just did more of that. And holy shit, we have a boss fight here? And it's actually pretty creative. You have to shoot off the heads on the body instead of the monster itself. It wasn't really hard, but it was a really good idea, and I think maybe you could have done it a little better. There is like one or two heads that are a bit weird to hit, I think, but other than that, it's like a really cool idea. And after defeating the boss, we find the culprit of all this, and he yaps about that it's too late, yada yada yada. Just give me the fucking book and we are out of here. Now you may wonder, what could come now? Do we destroy the book? Do we reverse everything by doing some chanting? Nah, before that we have to protect ourselves from the horde of zombies that just wanna eat us. And let's just say that didn't really work out that well. All our comrades are dying one by one. And our captain here goes down in a way where I actually had to giggle a bit. I find it funny how the zombie just waits for him to check his weapon before killing him. That was good comedy. After all this, after surviving all these impossible odds, this is my end? I have the book, I have survived everything. Wait, who is shooting? Stan! My hero, the legend, the man. Yes, Stan saves us. And together, Stan and me escape through the portal, only to find ourselves in hell. And the giant head is looking at us. And that's the game. Yeah, this is Night at the Gates of Hell. There are 2 extra modes that you unlock by completing the story, but I don't think I will include them in this video. One is just a Slender clone and the other is a COD Zombies clone. So I think I end this video with the end of the story of the main game. There are some plot holes, obviously. Like, why did we go all the way to get the book just to not get a real answer about what we're gonna do with it? But besides that, I had a real good time with the game. Some jokes are just not for me, but some jokes got me. Also the gunplay felt alright. If you wanna play a fun little horror game, pick this up. The game took me about 2 or 3 hours to beat, which is a nice length for a horror game. I hope you liked the video, and if you did, please give me a like or even subscribe. Thank you for watching, and see you guys in the next video.